Hello, intactivists! In the news today, we have Bloodstained Men, Forgin, Kansas City Intactivist, Intaction, Your Whole Baby, Intact America, Gowdaf, and so much more coming up. In POTS news, we are now currently partnered with CAREBUZZ by Honeygain. We are wanting a minimum of 50 people to do it, and as of right now, we have 11 contributors and 5 are active currently. So let's go. We're about 22% of the way there. That is awesome. We raised almost $1. So that's great. That's awesome. It will be linked in the description if you feel so inclined to help us out. And also feel free to share this with your friends and other groups about partaking in doing it. It costs you no money to do. All what you need is a phone or a laptop or a computer, anything that connects to Wi-Fi or your data, and it could be anywhere around the world. All right, and since Arc Law turned down POTS for a advertising contract, along with Cockfight and Your Whole Baby still didn't respond to us, it's time to spin the picker wheel. We actually added a new candidate. It is Doctors Opposing Circumcision, so that's pretty exciting. Alright guys, once again, this provides top-notch transparency to everyone, and also this is the only fair way of picking an intactivist group to go advertise with. Oh, wow, look at that. It's Gowdaf. That is wild. Alright, let's go, baby. We will be messaging Gowdaf and seeing if they accept a contract deal with POTS. This should be very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, I will go ahead and put our email, what we sent to them here, and I will let you know what they said back to us. Speaking of Gowdaf and Gowdaf members, John Atkinson has stated in a public comment to POTS, "You haven't helped with your attempts to intacto cop. You might want to try a more curiosity approach instead of a judgmental, self-righteous one." Well, John, I feel like you have more to say, especially since you wanted to talk to me in private. I recommend that you go make a video and tell us all of your grievances about Prevail over the system with evidence, please. It will save both me and you time, and it will save us from rumors and drama.
Do it! Just do it!
Come on, I want you to do it, I want you to do it. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Come on, hit me.
We also have so much more going on behind the scenes. We will keep you updated, and if you want real-time alerts, feel free to join our Discord, link in the description. And in Intaction news, before I give this Intaction news, I would like to say, POTS screwed up. It's true, we gave you false information, which was rightfully called out by YouTube. So that is awesome. Thank you, YouTube, for calling us out on that. I love it. And you were correct, my friend. That is awesome. So the House Bill 1706 is in interim studies. I just have to say one thing about POTS's unfortunate blunder.
When you know better, you do better, right, mamas? Aren't I right, mamas? When you know better, you do better.
Nah, I'm just kidding. We at POTS, we do try and give you the correct news, but we are not experts in reading legalese or lizard speak. And we're also definitely just not experts at reading. I mean, have you heard me reading? It's awful. So we are sorry about giving you the wrong information, but we will try and give you the right information as we go ahead and do this. So in Intaction news, bill ending Medicaid coverage for elective circumcision fails. This is in the New Hampshire Bulletin. So the HB 1683 failed in a 178 to a 197 vote, and the House Bill 1706 sought to require providers to show parents the tools used for circumcision. the House voted to send that bill to interim study earlier this month. Currently, they are looking into it, and they're going to revise the bill, and I don't know what happens from there, but stay tuned and we'll try and give you the correct information this time. And in Intact America news, Intact America was on News Talk tonight. It was about 11 minutes long. They did talk about their book, The Penis Business. Well, Georgianne talked about her book, The Penis Business. And it was interesting. But yeah, so you guys, if you want, you can go ahead and watch this if you want. It's with Jim Richards. And if you guys did, let me know if you guys liked it or not. Also in Intact America news, Foreskin Day is April 4th. So Intact America is doing a whole bunch of things. One of them was group video submissions, and those are closed. But Prevail over the system did go ahead and submit a video. So I can't wait to see if Potts is actually there in their video. Also, James Lowen wrote Intact America 55 questions. Apparently, there hasn't been any answers yet. I have heard nothing back, at least from anyone. I don't know if James Lowen watches this and if he would let me know if he got his answers back. If anybody knows anything about those answers to the 55 questions to Intact America, please let me know down in the comments, because last time we had no one saying anything about it. And David Wilson and the Sikh Society will be going to the U.S. Capitol, like they have been for years, March 26th, which is today, through April the 1st, to protest. So this is pretty exciting stuff, and if you guys are going, let me know how that goes. This is one of their Facebook posts about it. It states that April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and apparently he's getting a head start on this because he's going in March. And in Bloodstained Men news, Bloodstained Men, they are doing a Northern California circumcision crisis protest. They have recently updated their protests. They are now doing this in memory of Chris Palotti. He recently died last year. So he did pass away on Wednesday, February 8th, 2023 from colon cancer. So Bloodstained Men decided to go ahead and dedicate this protest to Chris, which is pretty awesome. In about 2 months, this is going to kick off, so that's pretty exciting. And in Forgin news, they recently released Meet the Team Luca Penasilico. Now, Luca has been working with Forgin for 3 years, and they did interview Luca. It was only like 2 minutes long. I watched it, and one, this is not a new person, just so people understand that he's been working with Forgin for a while. There was interesting phrasing that I don't know if it's like translation errors, because I watched it and it didn't give me the best vibes ever. And it did seem that when he answered the question, it was very easily to misconstrue what he was trying to say. Like, for instance, Enzo asked him, "Are you satisfied?" And he said, "The project is very ambitious." At least that's what the translation said. Now, typically, when somebody says the project is very ambitious, that means that it is very, very difficult to achieve, and that does not give me the feel goods. But maybe that's a translation error. And another thing in the video that he said was, "Mice is very promising, but sheep is interesting." See, this is where he says the project is very ambitious. And then it says, "We hope to obtain a valid technique that can help." I thought they already had a valid technique. I don't know. It just didn't give me the feel goods too much, but maybe that is a translation error. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was Forgin's video that they got out recently. And lots of people ate this up. Lots of people loved it. Here, give it a like, guys. Heck yeah. Yeah, lots of nice comments and stuff, which is really awesome. All right, and in Gowdaf news, the University of Massachusetts now houses the Genital Autonomy Advocacy Archives, founded by Tim Hammond. Right here, they titled it Intactivist History Goes Mainstream. Honestly, I'm going to summarize all of this. All what this is the University of Massachusetts is housing Genital Autonomy Advocacy Archives, founded by Tim, spanning his activism from the 1970s. The collection focuses on his work for genital autonomy from 1989 to 2023. It includes videos, articles, historical documents, and materials from associated organizations offering insight into intactivism. So that's pretty cool. And there's a bunch of links here you can click and read if you're interested. This right here is the Tim Hammond Genital Autonomy Advocacy Collection. It's a lot. Also, Gowdaf needs crafty volunteers. So they need you guys to go ahead and make flowers because they were very popular for the Pride parades. It says the handmade flowers were donated to Gowdaf by supporter Glenn Powell, a Michigan florist. These flowers help to attract visitors to our booth and to spread the Gowdaf message about genital autonomy for everyone while raising significant funds to help us accomplish our mission. Now, this is interesting because they did say it's raising significant funds. I thought they were there to find a plaintiff or find other people to go and sue for their circumcision. But I guess they're doing this as a side mission. And also raising significant funds, that's debatable because if you check last year's flower giveaway and how much they raised, you can go right here to their LA Pride. It says, each handmade by activist Glenn Powell. The flowers were available by donation, which helped us to raise about $200. So they only made $200 off these flowers, and this was in Los Angeles. So I don't know how much they were selling these flowers. I'm pretty sure they were just going and giving these away and asking for a donation for it, but I'm not quite sure. But they only got like $200 from these flowers. I don't know if that's significant funds for Gowdaf, especially when they have about $6,000 raised to go ahead and go to the Pride festivals. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Let me know what you guys think about these flowers in the comments below. All right, and in Kansas City Intactivists news, Dan McClaymont, he said, hey friends at Gowdaf, we need somebody to scan a whole bunch of historic intactivist literature and books for our database. The reason for this is that many important books and references on this subject are now out of print and being lost. We will need this information for reference in lawsuits as we continue to push for impact litigation that will protect children from genital mutilation. So I think Dan is posting this to recruit from Kansas City Intactivists. It says, hey friends at Gowdaf. This comma is weird how it's placed. Is it saying, hey friends at Gowdaf, Kansas City Intactivists need somebody to scan a whole bunch? Or, hey friends at Gowdaf, the place, at Gowdaf, we need somebody from Kansas City Intactivists to scan a whole bunch of historic intactivist literature. So this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't know if Dan is talking to Kansas City intactivists? And if he is, why is he using the Facebook of Kansas City to go right to Gowdaf? That doesn't make sense. Like, honestly, this does not make sense on who they're writing to. But anyways, they want one person to do all this scanning, and they don't want to pay $600 to do said scanning. And Dan was wondering if anyone would be interested in taking on this project as a donation. So Dan, I believe, is a part of the Kansas City Intactivists because he's posting from there. He's also a part of, what would you know, Gowdaf. He is a co-founder and board member of Gowdaf, which is why I'm kind of confused if he's writing on behalf of Kansas City Intactivists or if he's writing on behalf of Gowdaf. I don't know. If you guys can unravel this for me, I'm tired. It's like 2 a.m., so maybe you guys can go ahead and help me figure this out. All right, and in Breaking the Cut news, they just released a brand new t-shirt. The hood is good. Stop circumcision, cockfight.org. This just got released, and you can save 25% right now with Z March Mayhem. I do not get a cut from this, but this is from Breaking the Cut, and it is pretty awesome. The shirt is both front and back. This is the back right here, says the same thing. And it's also perfect timing because Next Level Intactivism is helping Cockfight with their website and revamping it. So when people start going to cockfight.org, they can see a nice brand new website. And speaking of NLI, Next Level Intactivism news, they found somebody to go ahead and be a software developer for Next Level Intactivism.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Ladori, he's on the Potts' Discord. Super cool cat. He has the potential to be the software developer for all of Intactivism, honestly. Stay tuned for updates on this. I think the only way to contact Ladori right now is actually on the Prevail of the Systems Discord. All right, and on to the GoFundMes for the week. Your Whole Baby is currently still stuck at $1,260. So that's a little bit above 50%. Their last donation was 9 days ago. The Blood-Stained Men fundraiser is not looking good. Still, they are getting some donations trickling in, but they are currently at $125 raised of their $3,500 goal. And their Facebook is looking a little bit better. They're about 20-ish%, not even. They're at like 15% of the way there with 43 days left. They rose about $1,000 out of $6,000. So it's looking a little better on their Facebook. And Gowdaf, though, is looking pretty good on their GoFundMe, comparing it to Your Whole Baby and Bloodstained Men. They are over 50% of the way to their $10,000 goal. But granted, this is because of a huge help from John Garner with a massive $5,000 donation. That is awesome. And the Potts' coffee account. We are at 54% out of our $7,000 goal, but don't worry, we got until December. So we got plenty of time. We got 9 months to make it. So that is awesome. All right, and on to the Intactivist growth for the week. So last week we had Bloodstained Men. They had 5,991 followers. They currently have 6,047 followers, which is awesome. They broke the 5,000 follower handle. They're now on the 6 follower handle. This is a 56% gain, or a 0.94% gain for the week. That's awesome. for intactivism. That is almost 1% gain for intactivism. Let's go. Alright guys, thank you all for watching and thank you for my donors. Alright guys, remember please like and subscribe. I will catch you guys all later. Let me know your comments and concerns down at the bottom. Please comment down below your concerns, questions down below. I need to fix this sign off. I'm tired. Bye. A special shout out to our coffee supporters.